Hello, Matthias. This is Panos Piotis from ACI. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. You good?
Yes, yes, thank you very much.
Um, I'm with Danny, who is another student working with me on this project. So yes, we are just two. Okay.
Hello, hello, Danny.
Hello, Panos. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Yeah, it's just me on my side.
Okay.
So,
No worries.
it's good to talk to you. I'm happy to hear that you guys are working on this topic. It's really a very important topic for airports and aviation safety in general. I guess by now you've done also some of the research, about some of the major incidents and the Concorde accident that led to, the last kind of, I guess, 15, 20 years, there being a lot more systematic work on making sure that the runways and movement areas of airports are clear of FOD. I don't know if the handbook that I sent you, how detailed it was specifically on the subject of FOD. I hope it was useful, but I've since thought of another resource that I can share with you.
Yeah, but the handbook was very useful for some part. But yeah, we still have some questions, some answer to find. So if you have, I don't know, as much as you can, send to us some papers, some statistics, some other documentation. Yeah, we would be very interesting in.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the part that I can't help you with probably, and that is the incident statistics, because that is something that is, so the best people to talk to about that are the national authorities, because each country in Europe has a different scheme so far. This will change in the future. There will be a European, what they call occurrence reporting scheme that will include airports. So basically, when, for example, is found in the movement area of an airport on the runway, that is automatically, if it's something significant, then that's automatically a safety occurrence that has to be reported. Now, one of the approaches you could take is to try to see how big the problem is and where, and that is kind of an aspect of the problem that I would suggest that you talk to regulators, maybe perhaps EASA, which is a European regulator. Maybe they could help you.
Okay, which one? Maybe.
Sorry?
You are talking about some European regulator, like there is a particular organization like EASA or.
Yes. So it's called EASA, and it's the European Aviation Safety Agency, and it's based in Cologne, in Germany.
Yeah.
I think maybe in some languages it's the other way around, so maybe AESA, but the main name is EASA, and they do an annual safety review that you can find on their website. So the last one I think will be for 2016, because it was published in 17, and that may include some high-level mentions of FOD, although maybe not. If you get in touch with them, they might be able to tell you more.
Okay.
What I can help you more with is what airports are doing.
Yeah.
So we have,
maybe can you just explain what's your position and what ACI Europe is doing for airports?
Of course, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So Airports Council International is the organization that represents airport operators. So this means that airport companies, which in some countries are public, in others are private, they represent the airport operator. Not the state authorities, not the airlines, not the ground handling service providers, but the airport operator. And so we are ACI Europe, and we represent the airport operators of Europe, so around 500 airports.
Yeah.
But then there are also ACI regions in all other parts of the world. So there's ACI North America, ACI Latin America, Africa, Asia Pacific. And then there is a global secretariat that speaks for all of us for ICAO issues, for example, so global rulemaking. And that's ACI World, that's based in Montreal. So here at ACI Europe, our work is divided up into different areas, and we have committees of experts from the airports themselves. So those areas are, so my own is technical and operational, which includes aviation safety, things also like air traffic management, aviation capacity, and so on. So all things really technical and operational, whether on the day-to-day or more long-term strategic planning and change in technology and so on. And then we also have committees for aviation security. And I know in French it can be a bit confusing because it's the other way around. So sécurité is actually what I do, so safety. And sûreté is security. So we also have a committee for aviation security, meaning all the controls and measures are in place to make sure that nobody sabotages aviation safety of life and so on. So that's another very, very important area for us, and very costly as well for airports. And then, of course, the main major areas you can imagine, like environment, economics, as well as policy, so the more political aspects. We have a committee for that as well. And those meet about twice a year. We bring together a lot of experts, and we discuss about best practices, and also we produce various positions and common input, technical input for regulators, and lots of other fun, exciting stuff. So that's kind of the general picture. Until a few years ago, we had a specific airside safety survey, and this is a resource that I mentioned that we could provide you with. We don't have a very up-to-date one, but I can provide you with 2015, which in many cases will still be up-to-date. And this product, this publication, has, for all the airports that responded, a passage on what they do about FOD. And so I think that would be a pretty good starting point for you.
Yes, sure.
But there may be cases where, at least for some airports, they may have moved on, because there's different aspects to how airports deal with the risk of fog. So some of them are enshrined in regulation, and so there isn't that much variance actually in what an individual airport can do. And I can tell you about the regulation. There is now, as of 2014, a single common European regulation for airport safety. And that is regulation, Commission Implementing Regulation 139 of 2014. And that is a reference point, and there's other more detailed technical material. But that regulation, among other things, says that airport operators must ensure that there are adequate safety controls for runway safety. And so one of the things that operationally airport operators have to ensure is that there are adequate large airports would be looking at, let's say, an average of 4 a day. And this means that you temporarily suspend operations, or even better, you choose a time when there are no aircraft taking off and landing, and you do a sweep back and forth with a truck, so the airport vehicle, and you drive down the entire length of the runways and taxiways, and looking for fraud or any problem with the pavement. And this is done now in the majority of airports, although the frequency and the exact way that it is done will sometimes vary, because also the traffic patterns vary and the type of airport does. So sometimes they're done in segments. The vehicle will vacate the runway for an operation to happen, and then will come back. For example, there's extreme pressure and runway capacity. But this is secondary from your perspective. Generally, there are runway inspections, and this is a central way of doing it. So a human eye, basically.
And the visual detection. So what you are just talking about, is this well performing? Is this yes, performant? Is this visual detection performing well for the airport, or there is some problem with this way to do?
Of course, there are limits to visual detection. Absolutely. And these runway inspections are only one element of an overall runway safety strategy. And it also includes other elements, like there's always, in recent years, most airports have now local runway safety teams, where the different main airlines and other stakeholders get together and they implement jointly strategy for runway safety. And there are other fraud measures that are mentioned in the handbook. Now, having said all of that, in major airports with a lot of traffic and with mixed fleet with different kinds of aircraft, there's always a risk of fraud. And so, and you will see this when I send you the safety survey, a number of airports have implemented other technical solutions besides the runway inspections. And there is such a thing, I think you're already aware of them, as a fraud radar.
Yes, we know this.
And for example, London Heathrow have a fraud radar implemented. So on the one hand, they have the runway inspections in place, but there's also a fraud radar, and somebody whose job it is to check the fraud radar, and of course it comes with alarms, and so if something is detected.
But in the Heathrow airport, are there still doing visual inspection, even if they are equipped with such technology?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's I think in fact it's not possible not to. It's in the regulation.
Okay.
Well, in the future, if you had a solution that was cost effective and efficient at a performance level, that was clearly making inspections unnecessary, there's nothing to say that one day they couldn't transition to exclusively technical, but we're not there yet from what we know. So, and there may be other solutions as well. And in the past, several providers have
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned a couple of providers. I'm not an expert in this specific area, I have to say, but I know that there are different ideas being developed and thought of. And people put their creativity fully to use when it comes to this problem. But you know that aviation is operated in a way that is sometimes a little bit conservative, I have to admit. It has a very good safety record, and the safety record is built on incremental, slow change. So things have worked, and we've come to a point now where the safety level is very, very high. But this also makes us a little bit. It puts the bar higher when it comes to solutions that would require operational change. And so, yes, there are things we have heard of. People want to put rails next to the runway and have robots with, I don't know, laser vision running up and down detecting fraud. I've heard that. I've heard, of course, maybe more drone-based solutions with camera technology being now very advanced on drones. So that perhaps becoming easier as they can maybe do the job faster and more effectively than the human eye. But none of these is actually right now implemented in any major airport that I know of. But
excuse me, could you specify more about the use of drones in airports? Like, so there are people developing drones to detect objects on the runway and airport and taxiway?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, they are, yeah. I mean, the main, drones are being used for infrastructure surveillance in many, many different sectors, and so the technology is coming along. I think what will take us longer is not to improve the technology of the drones themselves, but more to integrate them safely in the operational environment at the airport. That's more of a challenge.
Okay.
So to come up with the rules and the use cases and so on. Were you thinking of is that the kind of line of the direction that you want to take to investigate how drones can be used for fraud detection?
No, we are not using that direction. We consider it, but we just we are not convinced about it yet. We believe that it has a lot of. For the reason you mentioned just right now, it has a lot of. It needs a lot of operational changes, and that is scaring a lot the airport. So we don't believe it's a solution for recent future.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
This is our opinion, and I believe. I don't know what.
But it's an open question, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit more maybe about your project. What are you looking at the moment? What kind of information could help you in your project, and what's the end point? So what could be the end point to develop a fully fledged idea to propose, or more to analyze the problem of fraud in airports?
In my opinion, our project is both. We have to analyze the problem properly, and we have to. Just to mention, it's Danny speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for you not to be confused. So what we are concretely doing is analyzing if there is a problem, like to see if there is airports are facing a 4D problem daily, and to see how we can bring a solution. So from our perspective, there is something to do, and we are building that right now. So I don't know if I answered to you.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you that, I mean, there's different kinds of fraud, right? And fraud come in different shapes and sizes. So, we get, every day there are leaves. Okay, a leaf is not a threat to an aircraft. But then there can be larger things that again maybe are a little piece of a bag of crisps. You can find a lot of different things.
Yeah, actually, what could help us? What could help us is for example, if you have any kind of data set that is, as you mentioned, saying what kind of FOD is it, the location it was found, the origin, and also its safety risk. Like, for example, we have seen that metals can be really high, they can really have high risk. If you have this kind of data set, it can be wonderful. But I don't know if you can provide it.
Generally speaking, yeah, that's the problem. Generally speaking, that's exactly the kind of data that we can't share. But I can tell you that I mean, you got it exactly right. Basically, it's generally aircraft parts, like metallic parts, like screws and things like that can fall off an aircraft. If it's not, for example, properly maintained, that present the highest risk to the safety of other aircraft following after them. And that is exactly the kind of thing that the operations staff are trained to look for when they do the runway inspections. And of course, it's the kind of thing that you want the radar for, because it can give you a real-time alert, and you don't have to wait until hopefully some person, some staff picks it up visually. And I can tell you that in major airports, you don't, of course, you don't get such serious faults on a daily basis. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But they do happen. There are cases of faults. They don't happen every day, but they do happen, serious fraud. And at least in the case of Heathrow, they have a few examples of such serious fraud, like aircraft parts, that were picked up by the radar before they were picked up by runway inspections. So there's definitely an argument from the perspective of aviation safety to using technical solutions. But the relative merits of different ones are not exactly clear. I can tell you one more thing. Have you heard of Eurocay?
Can you please?
It's written Eurocay, so
Eurocay.
Euro,
yeah.
and then CAE.
Okay.
And they are a standardization body, meaning that it's mostly industry that takes part, so manufacturers and some state authorities. And there they come up with material they have a working group on fraud radar. Now, unfortunately, I don't have access to their documents, but you being students, maybe they won't ask you for money, and they might be able to share some information on fraud radar work that they have done. They basically come up with the performance requirements that any kind of solution like that should be meeting. And how can more or less work.
Do you think that these technologies that all major airports will be equipped with, like the big ones, or maybe also the mediums and the small airports, or not?
I think that I'm not speaking in an official capacity, so please don't quote me. I think we're generally seeing a general move towards using technology, right? But exactly which type of technology is an open question and may depend on the specific situation of each airport. And so you might find in 15 years' time that a third of airports are using maybe drones, and others pod radar, and others the solution that you have invented. I don't know. And it depends on what their own traffic looks like. So, for example, if you have a movement, so an air traffic movement each minute, then you have no time to spend flying drones over the runway. It's not possible because you're wasting your capacity to make valuable air transport work. And so, for such airports, a solution might be to get more, to get an evolution of the pod radar, and hopefully the costs for these devices will decrease over time. And others that may have more capacity might be more interested in using a drone solution with, we know for a fact that drones are improving in the ratio of performance over price, and so already you can use a store-bought, let's say, DJI drone to do very, very advanced things. And as a cost of the solutions that analyze that input will hopefully fall over time, then maybe that will be an option for other airports. And this is the case for other sectors to some extent. So I would say that yes, I would be surprised if in 10-15 years' time we didn't have more technology in how we detect fraud and manage it. But we haven't done any work with the airport operators on which one. We try to be technology neutral.
Okay.
So that's the general picture so far. What I would like to do is send you, if I can find an electronic copy of the Airside Safety Survey that will give you useful material to work from on what different airports are doing to manage fraud. And then, aside from the questions that we cannot answer on current data, if you still have other questions, then I would be happy to try to answer them or to get you information from airports that could help you answer it. So I would say, let me send you some material, and then please come back to me by email, or we can even schedule another call to say, look, thank you for this, very helpful, but we still want A, B, C, D, E answered. It may be useful for us as well to do a little survey on fraud, but it depends what you want. So I would say that, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Okay. So excuse me. Last point. Yeah. So as you know, we have to come up with a solution, technical solution. So right now we are developing a vision-based system.
Okay. A vision-based system.
Yes. Actually, to make it easy, you can see it like as a plug-and-play system. You can put it on the vehicle of the inspector.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. I think it's because of the speakerphone.
Okay. Do you hear me? Do you hear me right now?
Yeah, maybe a bit better. Yeah.
Okay. Like this. Is it better? Wait. Okay. Okay, now I removed the speaker, so maybe now it's better. Yeah, okay. So I will now talk about so we are developing a vision-based system, and you can, to make it more easy, you can see it like as a plug and play. You can put it on the vehicle of the inspector, and the idea is to assist him in the inspection, because from what we know is that during the inspection of the runways, apron, and taxiway, they are not only looking for FUD, they are looking also for the pavement surface and like the lights, if they are properly working. They are also looking for if the lines are properly done. So I just wanted to know if you have, for example, any thoughts about this kind of system, and for example, if it's already existing, or if it can be useful in a way, or if you didn't understand what you are doing, feel free to ask me the question.
So is this a camera-based system?
Yes. So basically, we put the camera on the vehicle, and during the inspection, it's checking for FUD. So it's complementary to the inspector. So the inspector is still in the car, but it has a system. It has like a screen inside the car where he can see if there is an object detected, and it can tell him where is the object detected. But in the second time, after he come back from his inspection, the service can like make a post treatment of the data collected, and they can check if everything is okay. Okay. So do you see that this kind of solution has some value in the FUD solution, an inspection solution? Yes. Do you think that it can change? Do you think it can? I mean, do you think it can add value to the current, for example, purely visual inspection? So it's not completely automatic, but it's not like it's semi-automatic. We still need an inspector, and this is what we believe, that it may be the trade-off between, you know, as you have said, new technology, but not requiring a lot of operational changes.
Begin by saying I'm not an expert on FUD itself, so we have airport experts who can talk to you, and it sounds like it might be interesting maybe to try to do that. Who could talk to you exactly on this and have decades of experience on runway inspections.
Okay.
So what I can tell you is that it doesn't sound out of sync with the general direction where things are going. So definitely reasonable, yes. Usually what determines how promising a specific solution is on the one hand its effectiveness, and also the value of, you know, the cost, basically. And what performance you get for what cost. And so that's the kind of thing that you can't tell immediately. Like you'd have to, this has to do with how the technology is developed, what are its components, what are the relative costs, and so on. So that's something that you need to, I guess, go down to more detail and try to get some expert advice on.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are cases, right? So I think you very well asked whether in Heathrow they still do runway inspections. Yes. So the person, the manual input is not eliminated, and yet there is an argument for additional technology. So in those environments, would it be considered a worthy investment to add this kind of capability? I can't imagine that it would be dismissed automatically. No, it sounds useful, definitely.
Okay. And you mentioned like cases and people that we can ask. Are these people, let's say, expert in SAE, or there are some other institutions that where there is experts are?
I was thinking of airport operations specialists, so people who are involved in organizing the runway inspections and know what the staff are also looking for. Because one of the issues in implementing new technology is the human factors aspect, right? So if, for example, if the technology produces false alarms at a certain rate, but the human inspector learns to trust the technology, that could create additional risks. And so the expertise of the operations staff is one aspect, and then of course, yes, you also need people who know the technology, and we have also people in airports who focus more on the technology. But I think you need to get, the three aspects you have to get right, kind of, is the money, the technology, and kind of operational aspect. To put it very simply, right?
Okay.
To get the overall performance that you need. But yeah, I have heard, let's say, of projects that have to do with infrastructure surveillance that use automated analysis of the imaging, yes, where you don't need I'm not just talking about runway inspections now. So this is the right general direction that things seem to be going, so yes.
Alright, thank you.
Do you know how many European airports are equipped with a continuous system?
A continuous system?
Yes, like fraud detect, or just the system you talked about.
A minority.
Okay.
A minority.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what I suggest, right? So I would say, let me try to find the survey. I'm holding it in my hands in paper.
Yeah.
But what I'll try to do, it's quite a long one. So there's almost 60 pages of material.
Yeah.
From all kinds of different airports, from Poland to Spain to Britain and Belgium, and what they do about fraud. And one of the questions is whether they use any technical means to detect fraud. So I would say take a look at that and come back to me and see how this is going, and maybe we can, if necessary, do something more. How does that sound?
Okay, so this material you're going to send it to us?
Yes, so
okay.
I'll find an electronic version and I'll send that to you.
Okay, so for us it's perfect, and we are going to read the information, and is it possible if we seek some other information to contact you after that?
Yeah, of course. Please contact me whenever you want. Yeah.
So yeah, because I believe that we can find already a lot of information that we need, and yeah, that will be perfect. All right.
Okay, great.
Thank you for your call, and we both wish you that and for time, and we both wish you a lovely day.
Thank you very much, and it's been good talking to you, and all the best with your project, and yeah, look forward maybe to reading a final report.
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Tu reçois un deuxième appel ou quoi?
Ouais. Désolé, j'ai.
Non, t'as bien fait.
C'est John quelque chose.
John Keller?
Ouais.
Ouais, c'est pas grave. C'est un pote.
Du coup, je le prends là.
Ouais. Putain, mais c'est ça que moi je voulais qu'il nous envoie direct, tu vois. En soi, on n'aurait pas eu besoin de l'appeler. Après, c'était bien, on a eu, mais bon, il a dit beaucoup de choses qui ne servaient pas à grand chose.
Ouais. Je suis entièrement d'accord. Mais c'est parce qu'on commence de plus en plus à comprendre.
Ouais, c'est ça en fait. En soi, s'il nous avait envoyé, enfin, on va voir avec ce qu'il nous envoie, mais je suis sûr qu'on va obtenir plein de réponses. Et j'ai plus besoin de faire mon enquête, du coup, dans ce cas-là, j'ai mes réponses là-dedans.
Après, si tu veux faire le chiot et dire, tu as fait l'enquête que tu l'as envoyé à la CI Europe et tu t'en fait un résumé.
Ouais, et après, de ça, il va me dire, ah bon, et t'es passé par qui?
Ouais, mais écoute, je t'ai pas passé.
Ouais, je voyais que je te saoulais,
On voulait pas vous déranger, monsieur. Mais il veut faire chaud.
Ouais, mais en soi,
En soi, lui, il s'en fout, il encourage n'importe qui, et au final,
ouais, tout ce qu'il veut, c'est avoir les meilleures performances.
enfin, il encourage n'importe
Ouais, clairement.
qui. Enfin, au final, il sait bien qu'il va encourager 1000 personnes, et qu'il y en a peut-être une qui va.
Ah, il sait que la concurrence, et que